Man, winding down. I always like to spend a time in December, man, just with me focusing on my family, me, you know, with my team, and me reflecting, me appreciating my growth, me appreciating a lot. And I hope this inspires you. Like, to see a person like me, right? Normal person, you know, started from the ground up. I didn't take public speaking classes. I didn't know how to, teach, courses, all these things and speak to people. I was an introverted person, but now I'm getting to travel the world. And I don't say the world as if like it's like not available to you, whether it's starting in your city, whether it's whatever, but getting to literally teach leadership to staffs and just the people in general. To be able to talk to you guys is truly an honor. And one thing that I told that staff yesterday is about consistency. It's about making that choice and being consistent. A lot of us, like I said before, we don't have a consistency problem. We have a commitment problem. We can be consistent to so many things. We can be consistent to the wrong things. A lot of us are. We're consistent to things we don't even like. But we understand the repercussions of not showing up. And when you get that same mindset, and I'll tell you this because this is what changed my life. When you get that same mindset to your dreams or your vision, or if you want to call it your purpose, that's how you will operate in greatness. I made a decision about 7-8 years ago to be consistent to this because I kept saying, this meant my life to me, this meant my life to me. Then when I evaluated it, I didn't spend no time on it. I was very inconsistent. I spent more time on other things that didn't move me forward. So I switched up my mindset and I said, you know what? If my life really depends on this, if it really means that much to me, then I should dedicate my life to it. And a lot of us, we haven't dedicated our life to it. We haven't, right? We're interested. And it's the same thing I told the staff. I said, a lot of you haven't gotten to a place where you deserve to be at, where you're meant for you to be there. There's people that are dependent on you, whether it's your family, whether it's people you don't know. Just imagine if I would have never stepped into my fear, I wouldn't be able to help so many people, right? I wouldn't be able to help you right now if I would never stepped into my fear. So as I titled this, stop settling for less. Please, stop talking yourself out of your greatness. Stop allowing your past, stop allowing people's opinions, stop allowing yourself to give you a stamp of disapproval. A lot of us think we're disapproved. A lot of us think that, oh, it's nothing special about me. Oh, I don't have certain talents. Oh, this person's better than me. Trust me, I've been there. But you know what? When you've been validated by God, when you've been appointed by God, when you've been anointed by God, when you've been approved by God, there's nothing in this world, nothing, no man, nothing, no setback, nothing, no past can stop. I promise you that. When it's ordained for your life, the only thing that can get in the way of that is you watching this. So stop settling for less. You see me running this hill out here, and this hill is terribly hard. And when I was running at first, I was like, man, I can't do this 10 times. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I can't do this. But if you're in a place like I am, anytime I feel can't, I don't surrender to can't. Because I know if I surrender to can't, it's going to be very contagious throughout my life. Every time can't comes up, I'm going to say, talk myself out of it. I'm going to disapprove myself. So instead of saying, when those thoughts come up that I can't, you know what I do? I go try. And I went to go try it. I ran that hill 10 times, right? When I said I couldn't do it twice, I ran it 10 times. It's time for some of you to go prove yourself wrong. It's time for you to stop believing the can't so much. It's time for you to stop believing the impossibility so much. And somebody said, I wasted so much time. I'm almost 62. 62? Go read some stories. It don't matter how old you are. You can start right now. See, that's an impossibility mindset. And I'm not talking about you because so many people are like that. You're already thinking about, oh, I'm 62 now. You're living in an impossibility mindset instead of saying, you know what? I'm 62. There might be a person out there that's 20 years old that might die tomorrow. You got way more time left. You might say, well, things are passing me by. You can create whatever you want to create at 62 years old. I'm a firm believer in that. Okay, we live in a different society now. So stop thinking as an excuse, my circumstances, my whatever. Stop using that as an excuse and step up. I'm not saying this because it sounds good, because I know what I'm going to do in my life. But it's your life. It's your life at the end of the day. So stop accepting less and go try. Go try. What's the worst that can happen? Right? I'd rather live in knowing I tried it and it failed than live in knowing I never tried it and I never knew if it can succeed or not. I don't want to live with that regret. I want to go for it. I want to go for it. So start going for it and stop accepting less right now. Make a decision today, not next year, not January 1st. Make a decision today to stop accepting less. The reason why I get to be in places like this, right, and get to speak to hotel staffs and get through all these things, of course, I've been doing this for a long time. But the reason because I decided not to stop accepting less from my life. I didn't have some magic pill given to me. I didn't have some people, these great connections in my life. No, I said, I'm going to stop accepting less and I'm going to go discover what the greatest me looks like. I'm going to stop playing with my life and I'm going to go get it. Okay. So I want to motivate you today with that. I want to inspire you. I want to pierce your heart today. And I hope somebody makes a change. What up, baby girl? Okay. I'm off. I got to go, guys. We're about to go snorkeling with the family, but I just wanted to share that. It was on my heart. Like this morning, I went to the gym, right? Early this morning, I could have said I'm on vacation, Progression don't take vacations, right? I get up an hour earlier so I don't take time away from my family, and I go get it in. When it's serious, when it means that much to you, you'll be serious about it. When you're not consistent with it, you have to really check your intentions and ask yourself, does it really mean that much to you? Because you'll be consistent when your life depends on it, I promise you. If somebody told you, hey, you got to do this for 10 days or you're not going to be here no more, you'll do it for 10 days because you understand the importance of it. Let's get it, man. I'll talk to you guys soon. It's rehab time. Make sure you listen to my podcast straight up, okay? iTunes, anywhere. I know a lot of you have. It's the number one. Look at this. It's the number one. It was. I'm not sure if it still is. But this week, it was the number one podcast in education. How crazy is that? In front of Dave Ramsey, me, the number one podcast in education. Who qualified me to be an educator? You know, I was a good student, but I wasn't no straight A student. Number one podcast in education. And you know what helped me teach people is my story, is my pain, is everything that I went through. Everything that was meant to break me, I turned that thing around and allowed it to build me and allowed it to build other people. Let the pain be let your pain be future, let your past pain be future strength for other people. It was a number 22 podcast in the world out of 700,000. And you know why? It's because I decided to make a choice and people like you supporting it. And you know how real I am. You know how much I care and you guys support it. So thank you. If you haven't listened to Straight Up, the new episode drops Wednesday, but make sure you go subscribe. Apple, Spotify, anywhere you can find podcasts. And thank you for making it number one in education. I think it's cool to have a guy like me, right? That don't look, I'm not gonna say I'm educated because I don't want to put stereotype, but don't look like a person that would be in education field, right? So I think it's super dope because it's giving so much inspiration to the outcast, right? It's giving so much inspiration to, you know, people who stereotype different people. But we breaking that stereotype right here. It's rehab time, man. Let's get it straight up.